All right. Guardians, liked what I saw. I really did. I loved what I saw these past 2 days. But what is popping, everybody? So let me fix my camera a little bit. So it's time for another series recap. Yay! As we headed south to the Great American Launchpad to face off against the Reds. And, coming off that Royals series, I was like, okay, we split against Kansas City. The offense woke up when I wasn't streaming them. So, okay, we're going to the Launchpad to face our pitching matchups, and you realize, okay, we're not really facing anyone great. I mean, Maley's all right. We faced a rookie yesterday, and it went exactly as you'd expect with the Guardians. This offense is completely different, like night and day from last year. Last year, the Guardians would have not probably won a lot of these games. They would have lost. Their offense would have definitely been sluggish. And I'm just very impressed with how they played. So real quick, let me pull up the thing here. We're going to go through each game. And we're going to talk about what happened, a little bit. So game one, the Reds having their own little tailgate party and everything, getting hyped up. The launch pad is filled with, crazy Reds fans and a lot of Guardians fans, I'm sure. They were all ready to see their team get a win, right? Well, they did see someone get a win, and it was us. Guardians would strike first with, just some clutch plays. As Quan continues to rake, sack fly, Ramirez 2-run triple, nice. And then top of the third, top of the fourth, Andres Jimenez hits a triple of his own, scores a run. And then the Reds would respond with a couple runs. They would actually tie the game in the bottom of the sixth. And then top of the ninth, we got to Maley a little bit. They brought in Hunter Strickland, got to him. They bring in, who was it? Freaking, they had Tony Santillan. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, bottom of the sixth. Hang on, top of the ninth. Oh, here we go. Okay, so, yeah, they brought in Hunter Strickland. We got to him a little bit as Miller doubled. Jimenez did a dong, gave us a 2-run lead. Then they decided to bring in some dude named Daniel Duarte. And he would immediately walk Steve Kwan and then immediately give up a grand slam to Jose Ramirez and then walk Ramirez. So if you're keeping track that we've hit in 5 games, 2 salamis in 5 games for the Guardians. I don't remember the last time we've hit a grand slam. When was the last time we hit a grand slam as the Indians? Wasn't it like Fran Meal or something that hit a grand slam, or was it? Hey, I wish I could look up a stat like grand slams hit by year for that team. We've already hit 2, and I'm telling you, if you would have told me before this season started, again, it's only 6 games, but if you would have told me that the Guardians would literally be leading the MLB in most stats, offensive stats, when before the season started, everyone was talking about how this offense is going to be so bad. It's going to be, it's only going to be Jose Ramirez and everybody else is going to suck. But what if I told you that, was it Jose, Owen Miller, and Oscar Mercado? Yeah, you heard those last 2 names right. 2 dudes with OM as their initials. They are, I believe, tied for the team lead in home runs. Owen Miller, sudden power surge. Love it. He looks more comfortable at the plate, and he's not pressing, which is great news. But in fact, game one, we looked great. 10 runs, gave up 5. Trevor Stephan got the win. Of course, we had a no-no going through 5 innings or whatever, and then I think Bieber just got tired. It happens. We're still trying to get back into ball playing shape, I guess. Still trying to get back into that mode. As, of course, the Guardians, as well as other teams, are doing this thing where they're like doing like a management thing. Because, again, you barely had a spring training. Usually, pitchers and catchers report, they get their arms warmed up, and then, what is it, like 2 weeks later or something, you really get into games and stuff for spring training? Well, they didn't have that this year because of the lockout. You only had, 2-3 weeks or something of freaking spring training, and then you're right into the action. Like, they had to, get going, and I like how they're doing that. I know a lot of people are probably pissed, especially because Bieber's coming off an injury. He's still trying to get back into the swing of things. He'll be all right. But overall, Bieber, 5 1/3, 2 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned. And that wasn't even his fault. I think the runs were given up by Ghosts. But other than that, yeah. 5 Ks. Not bad. He was inducing a lot of light contact. And I feel like he's going to have a no-hitter at some point. You could just feel it coming. He's going to get a no-no at some point in his career. I mean, he had a no-hitter in it was a 7-inning no-hitter in the minors when he was in, I think it was high A. It's very hard to do it nowadays. I mean, we had, 5 no-hitters ourselves last year? But they just all were bad luck. Damn Victor Reyes. That was the closest I think we've been to one. Either that or it was Zach Plazak. I think they were the 2 closest we were to no-hitters. We could have had 3 or 4 no-hitters. But as usual, we don't get that stuff. But yeah, we win game 1. It is what it is. Game 2 comes around, and we had Tristan McKenzie against some rookie named Nick Lodolo. And Guardians offense continued to bash. Miles Straw, 4 hits. 3 hits for Jose, including 3 RBIs. He continues to mash. I'm so glad we extended him. Owen Miller, 2 dongs yesterday. How about that, huh? Owen Miller. If you're wondering where he came from, we got him in the Clevenger deal. So far, if you're keeping track of that Clevenger trade, we've seen Ramirez. No, he was in the he was before. He wasn't in that trade. He was in the Bauer. But let's see. We had Miller, Hedges, and Quantrill. Those are the only 3 guys we've seen so far. And honestly, 2 of the 3 look great right now. Hedges can't freaking buy a hit right now. I mean, it's to the point where he's taking walks. That's the only way he can get on base. And I'm sitting here thinking, there ain't no way this front office sees this offense clicking like it is, and they're just going to sit back and let their catchers ruin the vibe. I can feel like they're going to make a trade or 2 coming up, especially because now with Owen Miller balling out, he plays first base. Bobby Bradley can't get on the field. Neither can Yu Chang. I could see them possibly trading Bobby, maybe for a more competent catcher, to put Hedges back in his usual play every once in a while role that he was with when we had Roberto. Guardians fans seem to be infatuated with Sean Murphy from the A's. I mean, they are in a fire sale. I'm sure it wouldn't take too much to get him. I know, I was infatuated with Wilson Contreras for a little while, but it's probably not happening. I think he's a free agent after this year anyway, so if anything, we could just try to throw the bag at him next year, especially if, we want to throw the bag. If we really want. I know I was so pissed at the Guardians for not signing anybody, but, is it really bad now? Us not signing anybody has led to the emergence of Owen Miller. Clement is not looking too bad. Jimenez actually has a little power in his stick. That's good to see. He's from the Lindor trade. Mercado. I swear, this guy, he saw Zimmer get traded, and he's like, "Oh damn, I am not going nowhere. I gotta start hitting. I'm gonna go to the batting cages. I'm gonna start hitting. I gotta start hitting because I feel like I'm next." And you know what? He's looked good. He has really improved. You know, I mean, you look at his OPS. He's got an 880 OPS with a 200 average. I mean, yeah, he still strikes out a lot, but every once in a while he'll run into one. But I know one thing: when he runs into one, it ain't coming back half the time. But Stephen Kwan has to be the most impressive guy in that lineup. Got a 1392 OPS, rocking a 526 average, and he actually swung and missed. I cannot believe I'm saying that. He swung and missed at a pitch for the first time since September? Was that right? September? Last year? In the minors? Well, damn. I don't think he struck out at all or swung and missed in spring training. Now, that's impressive. That's very impressive. But yeah, Tristan McKenzie was on the mound. He wasn't too bad. He was all right. He was actually cranking over mid-90s. That was good to see. Last year, I think he couldn't get over 94 miles per hour or whatever, but now he's cranking 95s and 96. You know, I mean, not bad. Could probably get faster, you know, especially if he bulks up. I know that's going to be a thing that we're going to harp on him because I think it's just the way he is. It's his build. He's not going to, you know, people be like, "Oh, you need to bulk up." He probably can't. It's probably the way his body type is. He probably has he's probably one of those guys with a very overactive, like, as they say, was it hyperactive thyroid or whatever? Where you could devour 5 plates in a buffet and you'll still be looking skinny as hell. And then you try to swear that you eat because people be looking like, "Do you eat, bro? Are you good?" And you're like, "Yeah, I eat, bro. I had like 3 plates at I had 3 servings at a freaking buffet earlier. But yet I'm still skinny because I got a freaking incinerator for a stomach." But yeah, he's good. Yeah, I like Tristan. He did run into a little bit of trouble, but he got out of it. You know, it seems to be a thing with him. Mental. But yeah, in this game, you know, offense has been really good at supporting our pitchers. Jose Ramirez hit another dinger. Oscar, of course, hit another one. So they each have 3. Owen Miller hit 2 today. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, no, Owen Miller has 2 dingers on the year. I thought he had 3, but he has 2. And then Jose has 3, and Oscar has 3. So Oscar and Jose are tied for the team lead with 3 dongs. Owen's right there at 2, which I did not think I would say those 2 names, Oscar and Owen, this early in the season, hitting dongs, tied for the team lead. And what's even more shocking is you look at our lineup, and everyone's raking right now. Straw, Kwan, Jose, Franmil. Ahmed's even looking great. Owen, of course. Clement's all right. Jimenez has been looking good. Mercado, yeah, of course. Hedges. So I've noticed a theme here. Hedges and Franmil, at least Franmil has been able to get on base. Franmil strikes out a lot, but he just needs to put the ball on, you know, get the ball either over the fence or just get it past the, you know, put it to where the fielders aren't, because it seems like he hits it good and it goes right to somebody's glove. This bum freaking Hedges, he can't freaking hit a tennis ball with a boat oar. This dude literally cannot buy a hit. And then when he does make contact, as you'd expect, it goes right to someone's glove. I'll tell you one thing, man. It's going to be weird seeing defenses without the shift next year, because I think they're going to limit or ban the shift next year. So expect like Jose Ramirez to go crazy. And by the way, I think yesterday was Jose Ramirez's first ever? No, I think he's done it before, but he hit an Oppo Taco home run. He never hits those. He always pulls it. He always pulls his homers. He actually hit an Oppo Taco. Like, wow, Jose hitting an Oppo Taco home run. Never thought I'd see the day. But I'm glad it happened. He's not going opposite field because what happens is if he's pulling everything, teams are going to shift him to that side. That's when you troll them and you go opposite field. And there's nobody there. But yeah, overall, man, I liked what I saw. They're playing great. If they keep playing too good, Dolan won't pay them. Yeah, exactly. Dolan won't pay them. It's like you can't play too good because you're not going to get paid. But by the time a lot of these guys are, getting their paydays, we're probably going to have a new owner. Like the next time Jose gets a contract, we're probably going to have a new owner. A lot of these guys are still like in pre-arbitration or just getting into arbitration. But I like what I'm seeing so from this offense, Let's see what MLB's first impression was for us. Because I did like an article about it. Stephen Kwan changes the whole look of this team. Yeah, pretty much he does. I mean, I know everyone was so pissed when they didn't sign anybody. But then it's like Stephen Kwan shows up, makes the team, and this dude is raking. It was to the point where it's like, this dude literally will not swing and miss. And I like to see it. Hopefully he can continue. I'm sure he's probably going to cool off at some point. It happens. You're not going to be this hot for a whole 162 games. If he is, holy crap, he's a robot. But no, he ain't going to be like this the entire season. But what's even more crazy to think about is how the Guardians as a whole are doing on offense. Look, let's take a look at runs. Okay, let's do runs. Well, that's total, isn't it? Oh, let's do 2022. So 2022, the Guardians lead the league in runs. 45 runs scored in 6 games. 70 hits. That I am almost certain leads the league again. Right? Yes, we do. How about doubles? Do we lead the league in doubles? No, but we're 5th. How about triples? Yeah, 5. 5 triples. How many dongs? We're 2nd in 9. We didn't hit a single dong in like the first 3 games of the season, it seemed like. Well, that's right. No, 2 games of the season, we didn't score a damn thing. And we got 9. The only team ahead of us is the Blue Jays with 11. And Vlad hit 3 of himself last night. Now, RBIs, the Guardians lead with 44. Like, what is this, bro? This is crazy. How about walks? I'm sure we're not 1st in walks, right? No, we're 7th. We're tied for 7th with the Brewers. How about strikeouts? Probably 1st. No, we're not 1st. Where are we at in strikeouts? We're not even top 10. We are 19th. Okay, 49 strikeouts, most of which are probably from like 2 or 3 guys. Well, 4. Bobby Bradley, Yu Chang, Ramirez, Austin Hedges. Wow. Stolen bases, Royals lead with 5. We have 4. We're 3rd. We're tied for 3rd. Caught stealing, we probably lead the league in that. No. And funny thing is, I think those 3 were all in the same series. 2 of them were in the same game. Because, hey, let's keep trying to steal on Tyler Stevenson. How'd that work out for you? Didn't work out. Maybe you don't try to steal on Tyler Stevenson. The Angels have been caught stealing 4 times. Who leads the league in batting average? Let's see. Oh, we lead with 308. Wow. On base percentage. Guardians. How about slug? Cardinals. We're 2nd. Barely. OPS. Guardians. Isn't that crazy? I was told by these YouTube content creators, you know who you are. I don't think two of them are watching, but I know probably one probably is lurking. He's someone that we all should probably know right now. He knows who he is. What's up, Jacob and Eric? But yeah, I'm sure he knows who he is. But a lot of these content creators that are like big shots were saying how our offense is going to be boring, right? It's going to be boring. It's going to be all Jose and Fran Miel. Nah. But yet, how many of these stat things did I look at? Did the Guardians lead? I swear we lead like all but like 3 or 4 stats, and even in those stats, we're like top 5, except for like the ones where it's good to not be first. You know, like strikeouts. We don't strike out a whole lot. We have 49 strikeouts, which is obviously not first. Most offensive categories, we are first or to top 5. I'll be honest. I didn't expect this. Now, you'd be like, oh, crazy dog, relax. You face the freaking Royals and Reds. Yeah, I know. But I've seen it happen too many times where this offense just does not do anything against bad teams. We make these trash pitchers look like all-star aces. They look like Cy Young Award winners. Last year's offense would have made Nick Lodolo look like a Cy Young look like a Cy Young candidate. But instead, we got to him. Essentially, how many walks did Lodolo have? He had freaking 3 walks in the same inning. 7 hits, 5 runs. He only lasted 4 innings. You'll love to see it. So now things are going to start getting tough because we're starting to face some of the big shots. Wow. Okay. So let's see what we got coming up here in this schedule. So here comes I'm going to read off like the next 3 series because they're all very tough. Like, I mean, they are very tough. Hang on. So after this, we got Giants, White Sox, Yankees, the next 3, 2 of which are at home. 3 against the Giants, home opener series, 4 against the White Sox. We go to New York for 3, go to LA for the Angels for 4, and then we have the A's. So we go out west. So we go all the way from New York all the way to LA. No days off. This is the only day off we have for the rest of the month of April. Our next day off is May 2nd, after we're done with the A's. Then we host the Padres, Blue Jays, and White Sox. So it's going to get tough. This offense is going to get tested. I feel like we're going to fall down a lot of those stat sheets there. But yeah, looking at the upcoming series against the Giants, shout out to Rocha, by the way. By the way, I wasn't talking about Rocha. I mean, sort of I was, but I don't think he really mentioned our offense being trash. But that seems to be the thing, you know. They like people that don't watch the Guardians only talk about Jose or Fran Miel. Like, you know, I mean, we do got some young studs coming up, and now they're seeing them because they're actually getting good at bats. You know, they're getting a lot of run out there on the bases. They're actually getting at bats, which is huge, getting experience. And I feel like if we're in a great spot come deadline, which is in August now, they pushed it back a little bit because of the late start. I could just see the Guardians doing their usual thing, especially if they see a playoff spot in sight. Again, 2 teams from each division essentially can make it. Might even have 3 from one division, knowing the way this thing is going, right? I could see the Guardians. I could see Dolans and them being like, you know what? We're feeling nice. We're contending. Let's go out and spend. We got a freaking smorgasbord of prospects. We just extended our star third baseman. We extended our center fielder. There's going to be a log jam. We got some people who are not playing, like Bobby Bradley. Trade them for pieces. You know, solidify our catcher spot. Maybe even solidify our first base spot. You know? Now, if we were to make a trade for a catcher, Sean Murphy's an obvious choice. And if we go after a first baseman, I'm thinking Josh Bell as another power bat. And he doesn't swing and miss as often as Bobby Bradley does. We can't be as bad as Bobby Bradley right now. Bobby Bradley, last year, he was hitting dongs. I don't know what happened. Now he can't even get on the field. And we saw what we did with Bradley Zimmer. I expect Bobby Bradley to go bye-bye. I expect to say bye-bye, Bobby Bradley. A lot of bees. But, by the way, in terms of who won and lost the games and stuff the past 2 days, of course, the Beebs did not win because the Reds tied it. So Trevor Stephan gets his first win, lost to Strickland. And then, of course, in the game yesterday, Eli Morgan got his first win with a 1.80 ERA. He came in late, and Lodolo takes the loss. Now, that's one thing, though. With our offense blowing the doors off these teams, poor Emmanuel Clase has not really had a lot of chances to get innings. We're throwing him in there in like games where it's already won, which I guess is good. No, not a pressure situation, but it is what it is. We're winning. That's all that matters. It just sucks because our starters aren't going, deep in the games. What the heck? Hang on, what is this guy talking about in this group chat? Miles Strawcar. Oh, here. Oh, so John Heyman just tweeted out the contract. So it's $25 million for 5 years. Nice. Signing bonus $2 million. So 1.25 in 22 this year, 2.5 for 23, 4.5 for 24, 6 for 25, 7 for 26. A club option in 27 for $8 million. A 1.75 million buyout, and a club option for 28 and 28 for 8.5, or a 500K buyout. Base salary in 27 and 8 increases based on 1 through 5 MVP finishes. MVP finishes. I mean, you never know, but okay. I love this group chat I'm in, man. Someone said he's going to talk about Blitzer. Paul Dolan before announcing the $369 million Juan Soto deal. Papa John GIF. Okay, then. He's going to announce the contract, and Blitzer is going to enter Stone Cold music. The moment David Blitzer's money enters the freaking bank account, this dude Dolan's going to be like, I got money. That's not mine. Money. He's going to spend someone else's money. Okay, I'm having fun. This is fun. I was so pissed when we couldn't score a run. Or we scored 1 run in 19 innings, and now it's like, you're going to be mad at us for not scoring 1 in 19? Well, how about we score what now? How many runs have we scored in 18 innings now? 18? Right? Yeah, 17 runs in 18 innings. Well, what a change. I love it. Keep it going. But again, it's going to be tough because we get to face an old friend tomorrow. Yeah. Remember, you're on spring break. Dope. Remember when the Giants signed Carlos Rodon? By the way, Rocha, it's Rodon, not Rondon. There is a Rondon in the league, but he's not a starter. There's actually 2. Hector Rondon and Bruce Rondon, although Bruce hasn't been in the league in like a couple years. But yeah, there's a Hector Rondon. This is Rodon. Don. Rodon. Row your boat, Don. I don't know why, but hearing Rocha try to say his name is so funny. He says Rondon. No. There's no N between the Ra and the Don. It's Rodon. There's no Don. It's Don. Row the boat, Don. That's how you got to think about it, Rocha, if you're watching. I don't think you are, but if you are, that's how you got to think about it. You say, row, Don. Okay. Just thought I'd help you out a little bit. Because I'm sure there's those people like, dude, his name is Rodon, not Rondon. Like I said, there is a Rondon. People are going to get that confused and think, wait, Rondon's on the mound? Hector Rondon? Since when? It's Rodon. But yeah, we got to face Rodon tomorrow. I thought we were away from him. And of course, we get Zach Plesac on the mound. Hey, yay! Of course, he always faces Rodon, it seems like. He just can't escape him. Hopefully, Zach has a much better game. I mean, he did have a pretty good game last time. Right? I mean, I think you'll be all right. But it's going to be good to be in front of those fans. Horse guys, in case you didn't hear, this Friday, tomorrow night, it's going to be very busy in the downtown Cleveland area because the Guardians play the Giants, and then right next door, Cavs and Hawks. They start at the exact same time. So if you're going to either game, I highly suggest you get there early. I mean, of course, people are probably going to be there hella early anyway, tailgating and stuff, just having fun in the city. But I suggest you get there pretty early. Don't be those freaking losers that try to show up about an hour before. My suggestion, as a former Clevelander, of course I don't live in Cleveland no more, but I still go up there every once in a while. Take what they call the Rapid, which is like the subway in Cleveland, the RTA system. Well, I guess if there's any San Francisco fans, it'd be the BART, I guess, but like the rail line. Take the Rapid system, which is like the train, the subway above ground. I would highly suggest take that instead of driving down there because parking is crazy. There's not a lot of places to park, and the places that have parking, they cost you a pretty penny. About, $40 plus, especially for a Cavs playoff game, possibly? I would suggest you take the free parking at the RTA system lots and you ride the trains or something, or Uber or whatever. I would not suggest driving down there because that place is going to be nuts. I mean, you can drive down there as long as you have a good spot to park, But yeah, that should be a fun game. And then game number 2 of the series, another night game, will be Anthony Desclafani, another guy we've faced before when he was with the Reds, facing Cal Quantrill. Yeah, I bet you a lot of people don't realize that. We faced Disco when he was with the Giants, when he was with the Reds. Yeah. I can't remember how he did against him in history, but I know we've faced him before. I know like Jose. Yeah, Jose, Austin Hedges, obviously. Mercado's faced him. Ramirez has faced him. Ramirez has not gotten a hit against him. Only Reyes and Ahmed Rosario have hits against him. Jock Peterson has had success against Cal, of course, when he was with San Diego. Yeah. Oh, that's on the TV. Wow. So yeah, we got this Glafani and Quantrill. Game number 3 of the series will feature Alex Wood and Aaron Savale. All right, so what is this? Freaking 2 lefties and a righty going for the Giants in this series? And a righty. Rodon and Wood, lefties. Disco being the righty. Okay. Like I said, this is going to be a tough test, man. Because, I mean, we were beating up on 2 pathetic pitching staffs. Now we got to face a legit one. So this should be interesting. And then, of course, we actually got to face we faced a pretty good lineup in Kansas City. Kansas City's lineup is actually really good. It's their pitching staff that sucks. If they can figure out their pitching, they'd be great. But their lineup is as dangerous as any lineup in the AL. I mean, sheesh. Look at the guys. Look at the amount of guys that Kansas City had that are notorious Guardians/Indians killers, pretty much. Whit Merrifield, Hunter Dozier, they had Alex Gordon. Mondesi can have success against us at times. Santana, former Guardian, of course. But yeah, should be a fun series. And then, like I mentioned, we head out to Chicago. We host Chicago. I'm guessing Bieber will probably start, and McKenzie will probably start in those games. Wait, there's an 11 a.m. game on April 18th? What the heck, brother? Freaking Minnesota and Boston? 11 a.m.? Damn. Well, that's interesting. Okay, then. I haven't seen that before, but okay. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. So we'll see what happens. Of course, the draft is rapidly getting closer. We're like, what, 14 days away? In fact, 2 weeks away. 2 weeks from not right now. Right now, I'd probably be doing my Browns mock draft or my other mock draft. I'd be doing my mock drafts and stuff. So, yeah, 2 weeks from right now, I'd be doing that. Probably listening to all kinds of rumors about draft picks, who's going where. By the way, the Browns actually had Dalvin Cook's brother they're having him in for a visit today. So they've met with a tight end, a running back, or two running backs, two receivers, and a corner. And the funny thing is, if you watch Building the Browns, the corner that they met with was the guy that in the first episode they were doing the Shrine game, I guess, because the Browns had a coach there. That's essentially what the whole episode was based on, the Shrine game, pretty much. Following Coach Jeff Howard around and everything. But one of the players, I think it was Chase Lucas or something like that, he said, "Future Browns." And I was like, I mean, if you think about it, there could be a couple future Browns on that team, that Shrine game team. I mean, our coach did get a good look at him firsthand. Wouldn't completely hate that. Good for depth. But yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this stream, and I hope to see you all tomorrow night for Cavs and Hawks, followed by Clippers and Pelicans. Yeah, Pelicans. Should be fun. But with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Cavs, Browns, Blue Jackets, Buckeyes. You know the deal. I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go teams. Go Guardians too. Can't forget. And I'm out. Bye-bye.